Hi everyone, it's Nicole Wilkins with FitnessRx for Women, and this is my next question and answer segment where I took your questions from Facebook and I'm going to answer them for you today. The first question: I'm looking to put on more muscle right now. What dietary changes will maximize my results? Well, aside from the diet, make sure that you're lifting consistently at least 4 to 5 days a week and you're lifting heavy. As far as diet, make sure that you have a source of lean protein at each meal and you have a balance of carbs and fats. The carbohydrates will help you put on muscle, but making sure that you're not eliminating foods and you're taking in enough calories. And this is going to be trial and error. So I would do some calculations online and see where a good starting point is, and then be consistent, track your food every day, and then kind of go from there. If you feel like after the first couple weeks of being on the program with the macronutrients that you have chosen and you're losing weight, then increase your calories by 100 to 200 at a time until you get to a point where you feel like you're starting to make progress. But be patient. It does take time to build muscle, and just be consistent. Hi Nicole, what type of warm-up tips do you recommend to prevent back injuries during squats and deadlifts? I'm a little apprehensive to go heavy with these due to fear of injury. Thank you. Yeah, I think this is such a great question because so many people just go right into the workout and they don't warm up properly. I know I have done that in the past, which I think was a big reason what led to the injuries that I have had. So as I've gotten older, I've had to be forced to warm up and take more care of my body before getting into the heavy movements. Aside from just the warm-up, making sure that your form is proper too. If you're trying to lift heavier, a lot of times if you don't have the form down in the basics, when the weight is lighter, you can really hurt yourself when you start adding more weight. So first, make sure that, like for a leg day, I will warm up with leg extensions, 4 to 5 sets just to get some blood flow to my legs. That helps warm up my knees. And then before I start adding weight, I'll do another 3 or 4 warm-up sets with just the bar or with a 10 on each side, which is really light for me. A weight where I feel like I could do 50 reps. And then I go, I'll stretch out a little bit, not a lot. I don't really recommend stretching before you work out. I stretch more after when your body is warm. Just making sure that you feel limber, you feel loose, you feel like you're warm and you have some good blood flow going before you add more weight. When you're squatting and when you're deadlifting, watch the form on your lower back. You want to stick your hips out, so stick your butt out, lift your chest up so you have a slight arch in your lower back, and then you pull your abs in tight, and then all your weight is on your heels. So if you're squatting improperly with your chest down, or you're deadlifting with your rounded back, it's a great way to injure yourself. I can't tell you how often I see that in the gym. A way to make sure that your form is right is to video yourself or have somebody video you, because you'll be able to see if your back is arching enough or rounded, and you'll also be able to see if you're going low enough. The next question: Hi Nicole, I work out 6 days a week, great mix of cardio and weights. I'm 50 and in good shape, but notice recovery time takes much longer. I eat 1,200 to 1,300 calories a day on any suggestions on this recovery lag? I don't think 1,200 calories is enough. So it could be because you're not taking in enough food to help your body recover. Make sure that you're eating before your workout and after your workout. A source of protein and a source of carbs before, and a source of protein and carbs after. And I don't know how tall you are or how much you weigh. All I know is your age. But I don't recommend anyone being at 1,200 calories for a long duration of time at any point. I was wondering what the most effective way to train when you only have an hour in the gym. I have been doing 40 minutes of lifting and 20 minutes of cardio, normally HIIT, but wasn't sure if I needed to adjust that. I'm looking to lose 20 pounds, but still wanting to keep some muscle as well. There's a lot of different ways you can do this. You could go, I would have to think about this. So you could go 4 days of lifting and then 2 days of cardio. You could do what you have been doing, where you do 40 minutes of lifting, finish with 20 minutes of cardio, which I think is the best way. HIIT, I wouldn't do every single day. It's very high intense if you're doing it the right way. Interval training you can do every day. HIIT, when you're doing it properly, the high interval is so hard that you can't go longer than a minute. You have to stop. Interval training is where you're just adjusting the intervals as you go, where you run at 6 and then 6-5 and then 7 and then 6-5 and then 6 and 7, and it's not anywhere near balls to the wall interval during that time. So you could do that. You could add cardio in between sets. So you could go set of bicep curls with 1 minute run on the treadmill, bicep curls, 1 minute run, shoulder press, incline walking. Sometimes I'll take the shoulders on the treadmill. I'll do shoulder press for a minute, a jog for a minute, shoulder press for a minute, all while I'm on the actual treadmill. So the way you're doing it is good. There's so many ways that you can mix this up, but diet is going to be crucial, and I always prefer weights before cardio. And the last question I have is, I have a really small gym at my apartment complex, which doesn't offer much. Do you have suggestions on some good workouts for arms? Well, this is an easy one. Girlfriend, buy a pair of dumbbells. Dumbbells you can do everything with. Biceps are so boring because ultimately all you can do is curl. You can do curls with all different hand positionings, but they're all just curls. So standing curl, hammer curl, reverse curl, alternating curl, incline curl. You can do, lateral curl. You can do all sorts of different curls. And then for triceps, you could use a lot of your body weight. You could do close grip, push up. You can do dips on a bench. You can do, with the dumbbells, you can do overhead tricep. You can do kickbacks. You can do all sorts of fun stuff. Skull crushers. So buy a pair of dumbbells or get a pair resistance band in medium and go to town on those arms. All right, guys, those are my questions for this week. Until next week, keep asking your questions on the FitnessRx for Women Facebook page, and I'll be back here every Friday to answer them for you. Until then, keep living the fit life.